Hey tech enthusiasts, and welcome back to our channel. Today we're diving into the virtual world with the highly anticipated Meta Quest 3, Meta's first consumer mixed reality headset. We're going to unbox it, talk about all the features and upgrades, how it compares to the Quest 2, how it performs, what games you can expect to play on it, and if we think it's worth picking up. So let's get right into it.
There's two models to choose from, the only difference being the storage capacity. There's a 128 gigabyte model for $500 and a 512 gigabyte model for $650. In the box, you'll find the headset with a pre-installed facial interface, two controllers with batteries included, an 18-watt power adapter, and a charging cable.
At first glance, the Quest 3 might look similar to its predecessor, but don't be fooled, there are some noticeable changes. Meta claims that the Quest 3 is 40% slimmer than the Quest 2. However, it sports a larger facial interface that makes it appear just as big as the Quest 2. And here's a surprise, despite its slimmer size, it actually weighs 12 grams more than the Quest 2, coming in at 515 grams. But here's the good news, the weight is closer to your face. This makes it less front heavy and gives it a more balanced and ergonomic feel.
Now let's talk about the facial interface. It's more padded than the Quest 2, which is a plus, but here's the catch. You can't remove the cushions, and guess what? There's no silicone cover included in the box this time, so keeping it clean might be a bit of a challenge. Meta does offer a silicone cover, but it is sold separately for a whopping $40. I mean, come on Meta, really? But don't worry, there are third-party covers available for the Quest 3, like the one from VR Cover. We'll drop a link in the description below. Another little hiccup is that there's no rubber light blocker around the nose. So you might get some light streaming in from that area, which can be a bit of a buzzkill for your immersive VR experience.
One of the most noticeable differences with the Quest 3 is the three pill-shaped objects on the front of the headset. These house two of the 4 IR cameras, two upgraded 4 megapixel RGB cameras, and a depth sensor in the middle. These features allow for full color pass-through mode and better spatial detection. It's a massive upgrade over the Quest 2, which only offered grayscale pass-through. Being able to see your space in full color allows you to move around the room more freely without having to take your headset off. You can even pick up your phone and scroll through your social media feeds without removing it. However, it's not perfect. You get this weird warping effect around objects when you bring them closer to your face, and even if you have something like your hand or your phone closer to your face, pop-up menus and things like that will still appear in front of it, which seems to be a bit of a depth issue.
Now let's talk about the head strap. It's now Y-shaped, which helps better cradle your head. And guess what? There are two adjustment sliders in the back for quick resize to get the best fit. Michelle and I will be the first to tell you how bad the included head strap on the Quest 2 was, and honestly, this one isn't much better. And with the price hike, I feel like the Elite strap should be standard and included with the headset, but nope, you still have to buy it separately for a whopping $70. You can also get the Elite strap with battery if you want, to double battery life of the Quest 3, but that'll cost you $130. If you find that the included head strap comfortable and you have no issues, great. But if you don't, we highly recommend the Bobo VR M3 Pro head strap. We have the one for the Quest 2 and it is very comfortable. It also comes with a battery pack to double the battery life and is way cheaper than the Elite strap with battery, coming in at just $50.
Now let's talk about the comfort. Even with the Quest 3's improved head strap and more padded facial interface, I experienced a lot of discomfort right away. The adjustment sliders on the back of the head strap really dug into my head and caused a lot of pressure. It was very uncomfortable. I also felt some pressure in my face around the facial interface. Personally, I would not be able to play this way, so I'll definitely be switching to that Bobo VR M3 Pro head strap for sure. But hey, everyone's experience is different. Damien, how was your experience with comfort on the Quest 3?
Well, my experience was fine. Like, I didn't experience the digging into the back, and once I got it adjusted properly, it was fitting on my head nicely. But after a short time, I want to say like maybe 15 to 20 minutes into my play session, I started to feel the pressure of the head strap or the head-mounted display of the Quest 3 on my face and was pressing on my sinuses, and there was a lot of pressure on my cheeks, so I didn't like that.
So there you have it, folks. Now, let's take a closer look at the buttons and inputs on the Quest 3. The power button has been moved to the left side of the headset. On the bottom, you'll find your volume rocker, and next to that are 3 metal contact pins. These pins allow the Quest 3 to be charged wirelessly if you purchase Meta's $130 charging dock. It's all about convenience, guys.
Also on the bottom of the headset is one of our favorite upgrades, is the IPD dial. Remember how on the Quest 2 you had to take the headset off to adjust the IPD and there were only 3 settings? Well, those days were over. The dial allows you to fine-tune your IPD between 58mm and 70mm. You can adjust the dial and see what looks best in real time, or you can download the iMeasure app. It's a handy tool that measures the distance between the center of your eyes and gives you your IPD number so you can easily dial it in.
On the left side above the power button, you'll find your USB-C port for charging, and on the right side there's a 3.5mm headphone jack. The Quest 3 still offers built-in speakers in the arms, and there is a noticeable improvement in sound quality and overall loudness. However, we always recommend for the best audio experience to get yourself a pair of wired headphones, but steer clear from Bluetooth headphones, because you'll still experience some lag just like with the Quest 2.
Now let's take a peek inside the facial interface. There is something pretty innovative here, a depth adjustment. This is a fantastic addition for all you glasses wearers out there. With the Quest 2, you had to add in a spacer insert, but with the Quest 3, all you have to do is press the buttons inside and slide the interface in or out to move the lenses further or closer away from your face. It's all about making your VR experience as comfortable as possible.
Now let's take a look at the controllers. They've received a fantastic upgrade. The clunky tracking rings are a thing of the past. Meta has ingeniously moved the IR LEDs from the rings to the body of the controller, and despite this change, they're still able to accurately track them thanks to Meta's improved tracking algorithm. If you're looking for completely dead zone free tracking though, and money is no object, you can opt for Meta's $300 Touch Pro controllers and pair them with the Quest 3. Personally though, I'm thrilled that the rings are gone from the Touch Plus controllers. I found myself constantly banging them into each other or hitting the headset during intense gaming or workout sessions. Now when I'm doing a boxing session in Supernatural, I can keep those hands up and close to my face without them hitting the headset. And did I mention they're much lighter too? That makes for a more comfortable and immersive gaming experience.
The button layout is the same as it was on the Quest 2 controllers, which is a nice touch. But here's where it gets interesting. The haptics have been improved, and let me tell you, they are impressive. They feel more realistic and really add to the immersion. Even just navigating through the system menus was enjoyable. With the tactile feedback you get as you hover over each option, it's all about the details, folks. But the best upgrade, in our opinion, has to be the lenses and displays. Meta made the switch from the Fresnel lenses to pancake lenses. This switch not only allowed for the slimmer form factor of the Quest 3 due to their compactness, but also led to a much sharper and clearer image from edge to edge. The Fresnel lenses had a hard to get to sweet spot, but with the pancake lenses, every spot is a sweet spot. And guess what? You now have a field of view of 110 degrees, which provides for more immersion. There are also 2 LCD displays instead of the one like on the Quest 2. They provide a resolution of 2064 by 2208 per eye and a refresh rate up to 120 Hz. It's like stepping into another world, folks.
And setting up the Quest 3 is a breeze. It's simple, intuitive, and the best part, you no longer need a Facebook account to log in. As soon as you put on the headset and power it on, it guides you through each step. This includes adjusting the headset for the best fit, pairing your controller, and connecting to your Wi-Fi. You'll be prompted to download the Meta app on your device to continue the setup and pair your headset, and it will update to the latest firmware. You still will need to set up a boundary, but don't worry, the Quest 3 has you covered. It automatically scans your room and suggests a boundary for you, and we found it to be pretty accurate, but if you need to, you can manually adjust the boundary line.
As soon as we start using the Quest 3, the upgrade in graphics and clarity from the Quest 2 was immediately noticeable. This is all thanks to the Snapdragon XR2 Gen 2 chip, which Meta says offers 2.5 times higher GPU performance over the Gen 1 chip, along with 8 GB of RAM. Everything seemed snappier, loading games and apps was quicker, and even navigating through the menus was a breeze.
Our first dive into mixed reality with the Quest 3 was through the First Encounters demo. Imagine cute little puffball aliens invading your real-world environment from all angles as you try to blast them with your space guns and capture them in a spaceship-like container. It was a blast and truly showcased the capabilities of the headset. The merging of the virtual and real world made for an immersive and fun experience. However, as exciting as the First Encounters demo was, it's just that, a demo, not a game. The mixed reality game offerings are still quite limited. For D&D fans, there is Demio, which brings a virtual tabletop game to your real-world living room table. And there are games on the horizon like Asgard's Wrath 2 and Stranger Things VR. But keep in mind, these games won't be entirely mixed reality. Only parts of them will be, like in the form of a minigame. So the mixed reality offerings might be a bit of a disappointment for some.
The Quest 3 still boasts a vast library of games and is backward compatible with any game available for the Quest 2. So you have plenty to keep you entertained. We had a blast playing Beat Saber, one of our favorite VR experiences, and working out with Supernatural. These titles look fantastic, but they haven't been enhanced to leverage the upgraded GPU power and performance of the Quest 3. However, there are a few games that have been enhanced to fully utilize the Quest 3's hardware. For instance, Red Matter 2, which offers improved resolution with 4K textures and advanced filtering and shadows. And there's more good news. Meta promises over 100 new and upgraded titles coming this year, so stay tuned for that.
Now let's talk about battery life. The Quest 3 gives you about 2 hours of playtime. But don't worry, there's a solution for those of you who want longer sessions. As we mentioned earlier, the Elite Strat with battery or the Bobo VR M3 Pro can double your battery life. So you can keep the fun going for even longer. And when you need to charge your Quest 3, you can get a full charge in about 2.5 hours using the included 18-watt power adapter.
And there you have it, folks. That's the Meta Quest 3 for you. With its pancake lenses, improved haptics, and innovative features, it's truly a game changer in the world of VR. Whether you're a glasses wearer or a long session player, there's something for everyone. And if you're a sim racer or a flight simulator enthusiast, this is a nice upgrade.
Yeah, and we think the hardware and features of the Quest 3 are great, but it's the games and experiences that are still really lacking. What good is great hardware and features without much out there to take advantage of it and experience it? So we would say if you already have something like the Quest 2, hold off on upgrading until there are more enhanced games to take advantage of the upgraded hardware and more mixed reality game offerings. But if you don't have a VR headset yet and you're in the market for one, we definitely think that this is one of the best offerings out there, especially for the price. So you should definitely check it out.
Remember, the future of VR is here and it's more immersive than ever. So are you ready to step into another world with the Meta Quest 3? That's all for today, folks. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tech videos like this one. Stay tuned and stay virtual.
Bye.
Bye.